Bill O'Reilly here, Monday, January 6, 2020. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening today in America. Iraq's parliament votes to expel American troops. The president selects 52 Iranian targets if Tehran attacks us. Residents fleeing New York more than any other state. A series of anti-Semitic assaults strike New York City. Comedian Gervais mocks Hollywood at the Golden Globes. Also ahead, we formally begin our presidential election coverage. Very important. But first, Iraq's parliament voting to expel American troops from the country following a U.S. drone strike that killed the Iranian general in Baghdad. Lawmakers approving a resolution that would end an agreement between Baghdad and Washington, permitting U.S. troops to operate in the country. There are currently 5,000 American soldiers stationed in Iraq, but it is not likely that country will actually boot us out of there, as that would likely cause a civil war. President Trump says the Pentagon has identified 52 Iranian targets should the mullahs attack U.S. interests. The White House saying each site represents one of the 52 American hostages seized by the Islamic regime back in 1979. Goodbye, Big Apple. More residents fleeing New York than any other state in the Union. New data from the Census Bureau shows New York's population dropped by more than 80,000 last year. Locals blame very high taxes, rising crime, housing costs. When asked where they wanted to go, many New Yorkers responded, anywhere but here. The NYPD reporting a string of anti-Semitic attacks against New York's Jewish community. Police say at least 14 assaults were recorded in the final weeks of 2019. Many blame the crimes on the city's new bail reform that immediately releases those charged with hate crimes, as well as other offenses like arson and burglary. Comedian Gervais mocks Hollywood at the Golden Globes, a British actor slamming the woke culture at some big companies like Netflix and HBO, saying the industry is, quote, in no position to lecture the public about anything because they don't know anything about the real world. Indeed. In a moment, we begin coverage of the 2020 presidential election. Vital. Next. Millions of Americans have been diagnosed with cancer or a serious illness. If you are one of them and money is a problem, you're not alone. It's simple. If you own a life insurance policy of $100,000 or more, then Life Guide Partners can evaluate your coverage for free to see if you qualify for cash now when you need it the most. Be ready to take down this number. If you own a life insurance policy of $100,000 or more and you are living with a serious illness, then Life Guide Partners can evaluate your coverage free to see if you qualify for cash now. So write this number down, 1-888-GUIDE-50. Totally free to call. Get rid of those insurance premiums. Stop paying them. Consider turning that life policy into cash. The number again, 1-888-GUIDE-50. 1-888-484-3350. 1-888-GUIDE-50. Call now. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. In 11 months, Americans will vote for president once again. It will be perhaps the most important election of our lifetimes. President Trump is supported by more than 90% of the Republican Party right now. According to the polls, close to 90% of the Democratic Party despise Mr. Trump. So obviously the country is divided. The Democrats at this point do not have a clear front runner to challenge Donald Trump. Joe Biden continues to lead the polls, but he has problems. However, the former vice president has to be considered the front runner to go up against the president. In 2016, Donald Trump defeated Hillary Clinton 306 to 232 in the Electoral College. Secretary Clinton won the popular vote thanks to California. 270 electoral votes are needed to win the presidency. Donald Trump won 30 states back then, Hillary Clinton 20. Today, a look at the states shows a similar situation. The Democrats could take back Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, where the vote was extremely close in 16. But the president could win in New Hampshire, Nevada, and even Colorado because of the good economy. Florida, Iowa, and Maine also may be in play, but most states remain entrenched. However, if the Democrats nominate a socialist like Bernie Sanders or Elizabeth Warren, President Trump should win easily, as Americans are not inclined to change the system that drastically. So what we are looking at next November is a presidential election that will be decided by a very few states. It is almost depressing to think that perhaps as many as 40 states really are spoken for right now. And therefore, the presidential candidates will not visit them that much, although the popular vote in California, New York, Illinois, all states that are very left-wing, will be important for propaganda purposes. It is entirely possible the Democrats could lose again, yet win the popular vote. If you look at the political landscape, the Democratic Party has a decision to make. There is no question that the far left has intruded on the party, and some say is running the Democratic Party right now. But many Americans, especially independents, don't want a drastic change in this country. They don't want their lives uprooted by a completely different tax system, by an economy geared toward climate change, by a woke culture. Minority voters, particularly African Americans, are vital to the Democratic chances. And therefore, those voters must be courted. All the polls say that socialism is not taking deep root in the minority communities. I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I approve that message by writing it. This is the beginning of our presidential coverage. We hope you stay close. For more analysis, please visit BillO'Reilly.com. In a moment, something you might not know. Deborah's home was stolen. I don't mean thieves stole stuff. I mean scammers literally stole her home. The FBI calls home title theft one of the fastest growing white-collar crimes. This story is why you need Home Title Lock. Deborah says, quote, criminals found the title to our home online and filed fraudulent documents claiming they owned it. And it gets worse. Deborah, quote, I was evicted from my own home and $85,000 in equity gone. Nobody believes you can get your home stolen this easy, unquote. This is why you need Home Title Lock, because no insurance or bank protects your home from title theft. First things first, please go to HomeTitleLock.com and register your address to see if you're already a victim and don't know it. Then sign up to protect the legal title to your home so you don't end up like Deborah. And to get you started, I got you 60 risk-free days of protection. Please go to HomeTitleLock.com, HomeTitleLock.com. Now, the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. Chances are you spent some time in front of the television set. Last year, the Nielsen Company says 120 million American households tuned in daily. American adults watch 5 hours a day on average. That's 77 days a year in front of the tube. I hope you have a very comfortable chair. But TV watching is changing dramatically. Here's a look at what we like. Sports, biggest draw across the USA. NBC Sunday Night Football continues a 9-year streak at number one. 20 million folks watching. Fox viewers also ready for some football. Thursday night matchups average 15 million fans. Ratings also strong for some comedies. The Big Bang Theory taking its final bow. After almost 280 episodes, 24 million folks watched the finale. Spin-off Young Sheldon also performing well. 14 million viewers a week on average. Other primetime winners: This Is Us, Blue Bloods, America's Got Talent, Manifest. More than 12 million Americans watch these programs weekly. But here's something you might not know. Many more folks, were watching 10 years ago. In 2009, American Idol topped the charts. The show was so popular it ran 2 nights a week with 22 million loyal watchers. Sunday Night Football, 19 million. Dancing with the Stars, Undercover Boss, NCIS, all posting big numbers. The average household logged 8 hours, 55 minutes a day in 2009, the most since Nielsen began keeping track in 1949. Industry insiders blame the demise of television today on the rise of the machines, your personal devices, more specifically. In the last 10 years, phones and streaming services have cut traditional TV time by an hour or more a day. Platforms like Netflix putting up big numbers, shows like Stranger Things, Umbrella Academy, and others streamed 40 million times or more. Even worse for the TV business, physical media, down a stunning 95% in the last 10 years. Back after this. It is a new year, and many of us have a list of resolutions we hope to achieve. Maybe it's losing some weight or getting more sleep, or maybe it's to add more money to our budgets. If that's the case and you're a homeowner, I know just the people to help you. American Financing. Their salary-based mortgage consultants can help lower your interest rate or access cash to pay off high-interest debt, potentially saving you $1,000 or more a month. That's right, $1,000 or more a month, and it only takes 10 minutes to get started. There are never any upfront or hidden fees. There's no pressure, no obligation. At American Financing, they work for you, creating a custom loan with incredible terms and fast closings. With rates so low right now, you should really take advantage of it. You may even be able to postpone 2 mortgage payments. 888-462-9557. 888-462-9557 or AmericanFinancing.net. American Financing, NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.